last full day. I'm not gonna lie, this has been one of the most physically and mentally exhausting trips I've been on in a while. We gave it a full 14 hours yesterday, and each of the other days we gave it a full 12, and the weather and the elements have just sucked. So it's been kind of a grind physically. Today looks exactly the same as yesterday right now, where it's already kind of windy, even though it's like 6:30 in the morning. I think the wind's gonna pick up, but I think it's not gonna pick up till maybe like noon or 1. So we should have a couple hours of time where we can actually like fish the spots that we want to fish before we get blown all around and then have to pivot to a bunch of spots that we don't really like too much. So hopefully we get some big stuff in the first half of the day. Depending on the weather, it looks like it might be supposed to thunderstorm like midday for a few hours. So depending on what happens with that and how the fishing is, we might come back to Sharpstone a little bit earlier today and work a few spots over here, but we'll see. We're gonna get at it. Another 14-hour day. We do feel confident that we're going to get a couple big pike, at least early in the day. There's a few spots that we'd love to hit, and the wind just blows us out of them midday every day. But in the morning, they should be good, just like yesterday. We had 2 big pike. We had caught one and had a big one on yesterday morning. So we're hoping the same thing can happen today. We'll be on the water shortly. We'll let you know. Bomb this little pocket a few times. A lot of times when you see a splash like that, whatever made this, there's a little guy who's followed me. Just say a lot of times when something splashes like that, it's pretty aggressive and active. Not really. Yeah. It's a good sign. I don't think we're gonna work this spot super heavy though. I don't think it's very good down towards like down that way. Right here is where that big yesterday was. Now it's a tiny pike. Whew. Yikes. That other spot's just got so much area to work. There's a lot more area that we didn't work yesterday as well. And to be honest, it's probably gonna be our best chance of getting big pike today. It's gonna be the next spot. Big enough spot where you could get several if they're there. It's just kind of tough to be precise in these bays when there's even a wind like this is kind of hard. It's kind of hard to fling for pike when you can't see weeds and you can't control the boat very good. Like, I'm sure that they're here. There's probably more of them here because of all the wind, but it's just so hard to fish. Fish, good fish, potentially. I don't know, that was a big run that it made. Ooh, see that jump? I don't need that one. I can see the fish now. Okay. Net it, just net it. Hook funky. Go. We're coming! Here, wait, let's get a spreaders on them. Hold on. Here, let me help. Wait, you see that?
Dr. Nick. Nice.
Nice pike, man. I'll get the tail if you get the head. Head on.
36er, alright, not bad.
36 and a quarter. Good enough. We gotta get him back. Nice fish, dude. He's in the weeds though. I have no idea. He's just dug into these weeds. He's not big. Yeah, he's little. He's little. Oh gosh. This is about the worst hooked pike I've ever seen. Look at that thing. Oh jeez. No idea
It is a big one. Big net, big net, big net, big net. Now he's gonna jump. It's a big one. At least upper 30s, I think. Oh, he wants to jump, and I don't like that. Ooh. Ooh. No, don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Don't jump. Get back here. Woo! Yeah! That's a big one. That's fatty. It's a big pike. That might be a 40. It's pretty big. There you go, there you go, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. There he is, he's out. That's a big pike.
That's right where my area.
Ready? Lift up, lift, lift, lift. Oh, that's a big pike.
Beautiful.
39.
39.
See if the GoPro can get that. Right at 39. Head bumping. Woo!
Let's get him back in quick.
39-inch pike. Those guys just got a 36. They're biting today, boys. Let's go.
There he goes. 39, boys. Let's go. Nice when every year you can find, develop a new spot. I do think the wind just plowing in here for days is a big factor.
Just think the proximity to the big water, the main lake, and probably winds down here all the time, and all the cabbage. It's just.
What did you say? I heard the number 4, but that was it. Did you say 40 or did you say 34? Looks like a 40 from here. You stud! How big was it? Beast of a pike, 40-inch.
40-inch pike. Good job, man. PB? You stud.
Well, I think we have to stay at this.
36, 37, 40.
I think we got to stay on this spot for a while. What do you guys think? I think we got to stay here for a while longer. Every year, man, the last day is the best day. Every freaking year. There you go. There you go. Nice, man. Dude, good work, man. So in that case, I think we might want to start down there and go back up the thing on the other, like going in reverse. It's just way too windy to let it drift. There's zero control. But luckily it's not quite too windy yet to back trolling. Like if we try and drift, we have zero boat control at all, but in reverse I can kind of hold it. So it takes every ounce of effort that I have.
Midday update. It's about noon right now, and the fishing's been a lot better today. I screwed up on a decent pike right away. Then Lucas ended up getting a 36 1/4, and I got a 39, and then Lucas ended up with a 40, all in the same spot. But the same theme as the other days, the wind just started picking up like crazy and kind of blew us out of that spot. It got really hard to fish for pike. Caleb and Lucas right now are going to, I think, work this pike spot that we're at for a while. It's kind of on a calmer side of the lake, and I think my dad and I are going to go out in the main lake, try and fight the wind and see if we can get on some nice walleyes.
It's a nicer one. Might be an eater. That looks like a perfect eater to me, man. 17. Sorry, buddy, you're going on the stringer. Yeah, there's a bunch of fish down there. There we go. That feels better. Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be right in that ballpark. Oh. Yep, 17. Well, while you're doing that, oh, I got a fish on the reel up. Yeah, this one's too big.
Marker buoy on the spool?
No, there's no like. I don't know why I boat flipped that one. That was probably stupid. Doubled up. How's yours feel? Mine feels pretty nice. Mine feels like more than an eater. You know, all these fish out here are so solid and stocky that he hit hard. He's fighting hard. He's fun. That's all I know. There he is. He's It's not all that huge, but we'll throw them in the net. 20.5. Get a fish way out here? That might be a big one. This is 50 feet. 50 feet. We just don't want them to take too long just in case, you know. It's a nice one. Got him. It's a nice fish. Not huge, but yeah, 24. Almost 23 and a half. Nice fish though. Weird that you got him way out. About mine freaking smashed it. We got a double of good ones on here. Yeah, mine too, man. I've got a lighter rod than yours, so if yours feels really heavy, then yours might be bigger. Once one of us can get one of ours in the net, here's mine. Mine's right here. Mine's not huge, it's just nice. Okay, so now I'm just gonna leave mine right there and I'll focus on yours. Mine's probably 21 or 2. Bigger mine. How's that for a double? Oh man, that's a heavy net. Oh man.
Should still have jigs in my face, right?
Yep. Yours is this pale one. Mine's 21. Yours is, yeah, same thing. Double of 21s, let's go. There's a whole bunch of stuff down there. And it's you. No, it didn't take long. I got one. Doubled up again. It's another solid. The amount of fish out here is kind of insane. Of course mine's a little bigger. But hey. Oh man, look at that. Look at the screen. Got one. Another good one. Another super solid one. Oh, might have a good one there, eh? Sorry, man, I don't know what to do here for you. Another nice one. Just beastly, man, every one of them. It's kind of getting redundant, but they're all just beasts. I saw a flash. It's just insane how many of them there are, man. It's like every 2 seconds. He spit up some stuff too. Some half digested stuff. Probably more whitefish. Another 21. Gosh, they're so thick. Good beasts. Guess what? Another double. Nope, 18 and a half. Yeah, he is hooked kind of funky. Nice fish though. Definitely not a small. There they are. Looks like an old You think if we get up early tomorrow and hit that spot on Moore in the morning really quick, we get another big pike? And if not, we'll drop back over there with the jigs. There we go. Just another really nice one. And he's off. 20 and a half. One heck of a hook set, huh? 18 and a half. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is too big. Probably a 22.
21, a little over. This one almost pulled me in. Feels like a decent one. I'm having fun right now.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Nice, huh?
Woo! 20 to 21s probably. Fish? Here you go. Give me a good one. At least not. Oh, nope, never mind. Start bailing out the back of the boat pretty soon. Paying some serious dues, man. And now the wind picked up and it is blowing. Jeez. Look at that, capping like crazy. Midday update, and the wind is absolutely ripping here on Sharpstone. We actually just came back to the cabin to clean up some fish. We slaughtered the walleyes on Moore. Fishing was unbelievable. Got a million, like 21 2-inch walleyes, tons of them. Tried to fish for pike for a little bit, and this huge wind came in and pushed us right off the spot. And I can see thunderstorms around, and the wind is absolutely nuts on Sharpstone right now. If it clears up, we're gonna get back out on Sharpstone, but I don't know. We gotta have this wind die down a bit because it is really, really rough right now. So wish us luck, and hopefully it clears out. We'll go back on Sharpstone and see if we can get another big pike today. Final update of the day. Just dumped some of the fish guts in the little rock across the bay. Thunderstorms came in and slammed us. The wind just absolutely annihilated us coming out of Morgan back into Sharpstone. And it was a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, and just a ton of rain for a while, like a kind of a pretty good downpour. So we decided to just call it for tonight. We could go out and fishing for about an hour, but we don't really get the good vibes that we're going to get a whole lot of big stuff tonight. So instead, we're going to take it easy, have an earlier dinner, not eat at midnight tonight, pack up some of our gear, except for our pike stuff. We're going to hit it tomorrow morning for big pike one more time in that weed bed and more. We're going to get up bright and early and try and get a couple more big ones. It's the same spot where I got the 39 earlier and Lucas got the 40. So there's big pike in the area. The wind's been beating in there for pretty much the whole week. So we're going to be at it again tomorrow morning, but this will just about do it for the trip.
Got one more opportunity left. Wish us luck.
I do gotta admit though, beautiful view that I will miss for another year.
Welcome to one last cold, cloudy, unstable morning here at Sharpstone. We're gonna give it maybe a couple hours for Pike. It's 6:30 right now. We're pretty much all ready to go in the boats already, so we're just gonna blast off, get right into more, hit our spots for maybe 2 hours is what we're hoping to get. Try and be back here at the cabin by 10. Blade's supposed to be here between 11 and noon, and that'll about wrap it up for the trip. But hopefully we got another big one in us. It is cloudy, it is cold, it is unstable. So theme of the week, it's continuing today. Hopefully there's a couple big pike ready to snap though. We're gonna get out at them very early and hope that that next couple hours is gonna be memorable. I can hear whitefish jumping all around the dock, by the way. There's lots of them loaded in this bay right in front of the cabin.
Random spot because the fellas forgot their depth finder. Not so walleyes randomly. Don't need to go far from camp. Do or die time. Don't think we give this spot more than a couple more minutes. We're gonna shoot across to the other bay over here. Yeah, unfinished big business with that huge one you had in here the other day. I like how you took the weed off and then threw it in the water and then snagged the weed on top of the water. Most guys, I don't see you do that, but you are special that way. Yep, not a big one. Oh, geez. Oh, jeez. That was a big boil. Okay. You just keep them buttoned. I'm gonna get the motor on in case we need it. Don't listen too high on them. Let me get the big net. That looks like a pretty heavy one. You want me to reverse? Okay. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a big one. It's a big one. I don't have a shot. It's a big one. Looks close to 40. Got him! Woo! Oh man. Wow. Oh. Oh, that's a big pike, man. Oh, that's gotta be 40. Here we go. 2, 1. Oh man. That's a beast. He's 40. He's gotta be, man. He's super fat. Get the jaw bumping. Right at the crease is 40.
Yeah, she's 40.
40. Can the GoPro pick that up? Right at the crease is 40.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, getting the good sunlight.
beastly 40-incher last morning, man. Good work.
40 inches long, boys. Woo! That was a nice fish. Knew you had unfinished business. Did you see the boil, man, when that thing blew up on it? And there he goes. Oh, it's small and snagged. Dang it. Hey, at least another fish.
4 pikes over there.
Yeah. Last spot of the trip. Let's see if we can get lucky. Get one more big one. He's wrapped up. He's unspinning. Hook's not in very good. Nice. It's a solid one. He's not as big as I thought, but he's solid though. 34-incher. Last minute. Thought he was a little bigger when he hit right next to the side of the boat.
Last check-in from up here at the lake. It was a good morning. My dad ended up getting a 40-inch pike in that big weed bed that we wanted to hit. I got a 34 and a weed bed nearby. Caleb and Lucas are still fishing that spot, so hopefully in the last 20 minutes they got something big. Otherwise, this will about wrap it up for our fishing. We're gonna head back to camp and wait for the plane. It's been a good trip. Well, here I am back at home. I've actually just finished editing up the 3 videos from this year's trip. I wanted to just first start out by saying a big thanks to Rob and Bev and everybody at the Outpost Company. Every year, these guys provide us with just an unbelievable trip. Sharpstone and more are absolutely world-class lakes for both big pike and for walleyes, and I can't thank them enough. They run a phenomenal operation. Rob, sorry that we were so overweight on our gear this year. I promise we're going to do better next year. Dave, I told you it'd be a few days and I'd have the videos out, so here they are. They're coming out right on time. Jamie, thanks for flying us there and back. You're an incredible pilot. It's fun to fly in those float planes. I kind of like to learn how to do it myself someday, maybe. In terms of the week, the weather was super volatile. I think Jamie was telling my dad on the plane ride back that every year around this time of year up in that part of Canada, it's like it'll be super hot for a while, and then there's just the major cold front that just kind of totally shifts the weather for the remainder of the summer. And I think that's what happened with us, because it was like in the 90s for a week or 10 days before we got there. And then it was 85 when we arrived, and 2 days later it was down to 60. Lots of rain, huge wind the whole week. That was the biggest takeaway and the biggest problem from the whole week was the wind. We like to fish spots, especially for walleyes, that are right out in the main lake without much cover around them, finding good island chains or especially submerged rock reefs and trolling along the edges of them with deep crankbaits or jigging when you find a concentration of fish. And the wind was so bad, it just kept blowing us off of our spots. Because again, we don't like to just find one little secluded spot or one isolated little point or hump or something that's out of the wind. We like to be right in the middle of the lake. And it was extremely hard to get on a spot like that because it was just so windy the entire time. I will say though that we caught a million walleyes. Nothing too big. I think 25 was the biggest, but so many 21, 2, 3-inch walleyes. It was just remarkable, especially on Thursday. Earlier in this video, that part where my dad and I were just hammering walleyes for a while. You know, I've had some pretty good walleye fishing in the last few years up in Canada, and that was among the best I've ever had. It was literally non-stop 21, 22-inch walleyes for like hours. Absolutely incredible. For the pike, you know, this is our 4th trip to Sharpstone, and each trip is broken up into about 5 days. So in those 4 trips, 5 days, we've been there for about 20 days total, and including this trip, we're now at 16 pike, 40 plus inches in those 20 days. So we're almost hitting one a day, which I think is pretty good. I will say that the pattern this year seemed like it got messed up from that super volatile weather, because all we were doing this year was targeting good, deep green cabbage. Good weed beds that are close to the main lake near deep water is the recipe. And it worked out really well for us on the last few days. And the first day when we got there, it was decent. But there's a couple days in the middle when that cold front rolled through, nothing was happening. And I don't really think it was the location. I think it was more so the weather. For the pike, all we basically did was throw big spoons. That's the best way to cover water in the middle of summer like this, especially. Throw big spoons into the weeds. Try and make it kind of precise cast just into the pockets of the weeds or out on the edges, and make sure it's cabbage that's near deep water. and there's a really good chance you're gonna find big pike there. It's pretty much all we've done on every single trip up there, and it's worked out really well for us so far. Oh, I should mention, in terms of our top 8 pike, it was a 36 inch for me, a 36.25 inch for Lucas, a 36.75 inch for my dad, a 37 inch pike for Lucas, a 39 for me, a 40 for Lucas, a 40 for my dad, and the biggest of the week was a 40.5 that I got. So overall, it was extremely tough conditions, and we grinded through it, but I think we actually ended up with a pretty good week. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy this series, please leave comments. I'd love to hear how this series comes across to a viewer. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.